I know. Oh, they fucking almost. That was superb.
Hi, welcome to the Arcadia varsity polo game versus Hoover.
All right. And I'm Matthew Garcia.
And I'm Simone Chu, and we'd like to welcome you to Arcadia's 7th league game. The girls are currently 5-1 in league, and if they win this game today against Hoover, they'll be seeded second for league prelims next Thursday.
Should be an interesting game, as I feel that Arcadia is pretty prepared for Hoover. But, you know, things always change.
Hi, my name is Simone Chu.
And I'm Matthew Garcia.
And we'd like to welcome you to Arcadia's game versus Hoover. This is Arcadia's 7th league game, and if they win this game against Hoover today, they'll be seeded second in league prelims next Thursday.
How do you think the game's going to go?
In the past, Arcadia has typically won against Hoover, but you know, can't be too cocky. So, Matthew, you're the team captain of the varsity boys game. What's the most important thing that you focus on warm-ups?
On warm-ups, we try and focus on the swimming portion because if you don't start off with a well-warmed-up stroke, then the whole game is just going to feel slow.
Yeah.
So from watching them, it seems like that's what they seem to be focusing on is like the swimming portion. So hopefully they'll be able to come out strong.
There's two equally important parts of the game, and that's swimming, because without it you can't have the movement that you need, and also ball control.
Yeah, exactly.
Game starting soon. Teams are going to their corners to have their team meeting.
For Arcadia, the head coach is Janice Clark, and for Hoover,
So when the game begins, the most important thing is to have a fast sprinter, because both teams are going to have to sprint across the pool to the midway to get the ball when the ref drops it.
yeah, exactly.
And from there, typically,
We try and make it so that way the sprinter can sprint all the way down toward the goal.
and then they pass it back to typically the point.
Yeah, so that way we can try and create an opportunity for an immediate goal. And
So-
that usually swings the momentum during the game.
And when you have a fast team, when you have a team of really fast swimmers, that really is to your advantage in the beginning, because you can usually get a pretty quick goal off the first few seconds of a game.
Looks like the game is about to start as the refs have waved in the players. The girls from both teams have already done their chant and are ready to swim. For Hoover, we have number 1, the goalie, number 9, their driver, number 4, the corner, as well as number 3, who I believe is going to be the sprinter, number 5, and number 6. And for Arcadia, we have Sarah Veerman as our sprinter. Haley Harvey as our
Receiver,
as our
because-
trailer.
As a trailer, the sprinter, once they get the ball, usually takes the opportunity to flick it over their shoulder at the trailer, who should be prepared, and they're off.
Sarah Veerman wins the sprint, handing it off to Haley Harvey.
And the Arcadia girls move into their offensive positions, trying to drive in towards that goal.
Ball is recovered by Rachel Fuller,
And,
and Hoover takes the ball.
that's a turnover. Natalie Wassel has stolen the ball back. Hoover's goalie has the ball, looking to find an open player.
Natalie Wassal is currently guarding number 4. Colleen Cook, the captain of varsity.
Colleen Cook steals the ball back from Hoover, passes it to Natalie Wassel. The Arcadia girls are driving back down towards the goal. Ball goes to Sarah Veerman, who's driving into the goal.
So a 5 meter was currently called because one of the players on Hoover climbed onto the back of Sarah Bierman.
You can get ejected from the game for going over someone's back.
And Sarah Bierman hits the crossbar.
Some of the Hoover girls have gotten a head start of trying to get down on Arcadia's end of the pool. Haley Harvey putting pressure on number 5. Oh, and a drive from number 3 creates enough space for them to get the ball.
Number 3's foul. She prepares to make a pass.
If you draw a foul in water polo, you can either make a pass, but you can't shoot.
Shot is taken by number 5 and blocked by Loreni Valdez. Arcadia attempts to counter the other team. In order to counter, you must swim faster in order to gain an advantage.
Sharon Lynn is driving into the goal. Ball is dropped into the middle of nowhere, so that's anyone's ball, and it's stolen back by Colleen Cook.
Rachel fakes the ball, takes the shot, hits the crossbar. Rachel Fuller recovers the ball. Makes a pass into open water.
Colleen Cook driving in.
Ooh, makes a shot. Current score, Arcadia 1, Hoover 0, with 4:46 remaining in the first quarter. Ooh, Colleen Cook has stolen the ball from number 8 on Hoover. And Loreni Valdez has made the pass to Natalie Wasall, who takes a shot.
Shot clock's winding down, so if Hoover doesn't make a move and make a goal in the next few seconds.
Number 5 on Hoover throws the ball away. Sarah Bierman recovers.
It.
Sharon takes a shot, which the goalie recovers. Hoover's goalie attempts to call out the shot clock with 5 seconds left in the possession. Foul drawn, so Hoover's player takes a shot.
Shot is blocked by Loreni Valdez. Loreni passes the ball to Rachel Fuller, who's right open. Colleen's making the drive towards the goal, and
Colleen scores. Score is Arcadia 2, Hoover 0, with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Arcadia is subbing.
Jinx.
Currently we have Chloe O'Connor, Katie Nagolian, Celine Shu, and Lauren Sargent, along with Alyssa.
Those are all. Katie Nagolian putting pressure on number 13. Another foul drawn. So when you have a foul drawn, the person who's defending you has to back up a little bit. So if you want to draw a foul so that you can get a clear pass, that's a good strategy.
Hoover takes a shot.
Ball goes over.
Because the goalie on Arcadia's side touched the ball, it is officially called a 2 meter, meaning that Hoover receives the ball again. So number 3 takes the ball over toward the red cone, where she will attempt to make a pass.
The player who's passing the ball back into the game can't be defended. So if you play your cards right. Lordy blocks the ball.
With Arcadia's speed advantage, they seem to be countering Hoover.
Arcadia goes
Shot
for the
blocked
shot.
by
Blocked.
Hoover. Lauren Sargent recovers the ball. And the ball is given back to Hoover. Number 5 on Hoover's driving in. She turns Alyssa.
Lordy blocks the ball again.
With number 5 trailing Loreni. Loreni attempts to keep the ball away from the opposite team.
Passes it to Lucy Zhang.
Arcadia has an advantage.
Lucy sends it to Alyssa, who's wide open. No one's defending Alyssa. Hoover is trailing behind, trying to catch up, so... Chloe O'Connor
gets
attempts
blocked.
to make a pass, but it's blocked. Ball is returned to Arcadia.
The ball was placed underneath the water by Chloe O'Connor, which is why they were able to get the ball back. Lauren Sargent draws the foul. With
Katie
incoming
did-
pressure, Hoover takes the ball.
Two of Hoover's
Number
players
5.
are wide open.
Number 5 on Hoover took the shot and missed the goal.
Nice pass to Lauren Sargent. She makes the drive into the center of the goal. The set clears out, and she makes that lob in the far corner of the net.
The official score is Arcadia 3, Hoover 0, with 25 seconds left in the first quarter.
What do you do with 25 seconds?
If you're Arcadia, who has the advantage, you're going to try and steal the ball and attempt to maybe keep it away from the opposing team. If you're Hoover, you're going to try and get a goal in right now in order to continue, or to try and gain some momentum for the future quarters. Number 4 drew a foul.
Drops it on the top.
Ooh, Loreni blocks the ball. And
End
that
of
is the
first quarter. So this is a pretty fast-paced game to begin with.
Yeah, it is.
Sets a good lead for the first quarter, and we've got 3 quarters to go.
Yeah, it was a pretty good first quarter. What do you think Arcadia can improve on?
Communication, definitely. I remember when I played, it was really hard to hear people because the water's so loud all around you. But, I mean, you've probably had stories about that. You know, someone yells incoming, you don't hear it, the ball hits the back of your head.
Yeah. It definitely happens a lot.
So in a typical water polo game, how many goals do you expect either side to score?
Well, from a close game like this, I guess the scoring actually makes sense. It's like 3-0 right now. But I guess we're going to have to see how the rest of the game goes. It seems like Hoover and Arcadia both seem a little tired from the first quarter.
Your typical game has a score around 10 or so. 10
Yeah, around 10 or so points.
for the winning team. At this pace, they might go above that.
I would think so. Maybe, I think Arcadia's probably going to score around 12 points. But we'll see how the rest of the game goes.
Arcadia's strategy relies heavily on countering, so they have to keep their speed up when they're not in water polo season. A lot of the girls actually have joined swim team.
Yes.
Boys too, right?
Yeah, they have. Coach Jay tends to emphasize speed because it allows the girls to counter, and when you can counter, you can easily get a quick goal off of that. So like that seems to be Arcadia's strategy right now, and Hoover seems to be trying to counter that by getting back a little earlier. So we'll see how Hoover tries to score.
Yeah, so countering is when you get the ball and you try to make it down before the other team's defense can catch up to you. And that gives you a great advantage because if their goalie is unprotected, then you'll have an easier time getting that shot.
Arcadia girls have lined up while doing a high five. Natalie Wasall is now on the goal.
Looks like Lauren Sargent is sprinting this quarter.
And I believe that's Alyssa who's trailing. For Hoover, we have number 4 as the wing, number 9 as the driver, number 8 as their set, number 13 who seems to be swimming to the opposite end as their set guard, as well as number 6 who seems to be trailing number 5. As you remember from the first quarter, number 5 was the one who was taking most of the shots for Arcadia. And we are off.
Lauren Sargent easily beats number 5 on that sprint. But the Arcadia girls haven't quite set up their counter.
Lucy makes a pass into set.
Chloe O'Connor's wide open, but they haven't seen her.
And the ball is stolen with number 5 from Hoover who got the steal. They attempt to do a backdoor as number 18 takes the shot and gets blocked by Natalie Wasall. Again, this is 2 meter because the goalie for Arcadia actually knocked the ball into the lane line.
Ball goes into play, back again to number 5. Alyssa putting pressure on her to make the pass. There's 17 seconds left on the shot clock.
With 10 seconds left in the possession, Hoover needs to move the ball a little bit quicker in order to score.
Go for the shot, hits the crossbar. Another attempt, also blocked. Shot clock is run down. It's Arcadia's ball. The girls are making their way back down to Hoover's end of the pool. Chloe O'Connor's open, gets the pass.
Now what's interesting here is if you look at them, Arcadia seems to be lining up a little bit further away than what you would want them to be. So that just shows that they're probably a little bit tired by now.
Especially when that movement of getting closer to the goal would provide them with open space away from their defenders, and that would be so much more helpful while they're playing.
Looks like the home crowd seems excited.
Definitely. Number 5 from Hoover made that drive, got the open space, received the pass.
3 seconds left. Number 4 draws the foul and takes a shot. But because that shot did not count because after you take a foul, it has to be one motion in order to score a goal. But since number 4 decided to fake the ball, it was not counted. Chloe O'Connor has the lead on the opposite end of the pool. Number 5, Alyssa draws
Another foul drawn.
Lucy Zhang for Arcadia draws a foul, looks for an open pass, and takes the shot. Attempting to fake out Hoover.
Someone's been left open.
Hoover's up on a counter.
Arcadia's defense isn't quite on top of every player. Pressure from Lucy Zhang on number 5. Shot clock's winding down. Goes for the shot, blocked by Natalie Lawson.
Chloe O'Connor's up on the counter. Natalie Wasall makes the pass.
Dropped right in front of her. She's driving in. None of the defenders are on her.
Chloe gets up, takes a shot, and scores. Arcadia 4, Hoover 0. With 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter. For a second there, I thought Arcadia was getting a little too tired to try and be running these counters, but I guess they still have a little something left.
I would hope all those hours of swim training paid off. Chloe O'Connor, I know, is also on the swim team.
So there was an offensive drawn on number 4 as she shoved Chloe O'Connor for Arcadia.
Ball skims across the water.
The pass is now made to Chloe O'Connor, who was shoved, who attempts to counter her player. Oh, Katie Nagolian loses the ball.
But that's okay.
She passes Lauren Sargent, who scores. Arcadia 5, Hoover 0 with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second quarter. Hoover's coach has now called the timeout.
So I think the pace of this game has definitely picked up quite a bit.
Yeah, it's really changing. At first it seemed like it was going a little slow, and now it just seems as if the girls have picked up a little bit more, I guess, energy.
So timeouts can be called during a quarter if the coach wants a chance to give their players a break, especially if they seem to need it.
Or to discuss problems that they see during the game. It seems as if Hoover's coach seems to be talking about the speed advantage that Arcadia has and how they should be protecting that. So we'll see if they actually adapt. As for Arcadia is on their side discussing strategy.
We are the...
The refs have called the girls back in.
How many timeouts are you allotted per game?
Each coach or each team is allowed 3 timeouts during a game. Hoover's goalie seems to be waving toward the crowd. Because the timeout was called, Hoover girls are not required to line up at half as if it was a goal. Katie Nagolian is putting pressure on number 8, who currently has the ball, who takes a backhand pass toward number 6. The kickout was drawn as a result of Chloe O'Connor climbing onto the back of number 5. So now she has to go to the corner of the pool where she will wait for 20 seconds. Or 25 seconds, I'm sorry.
And that puts more pressure on Arcadia because they're currently trying to defend their goal, and when they're down a defender, that leaves one person open on Hoover at all times.
Ooh, number 3 seems to have an advantage toward the goal.
Driving
And a
in.
5 meter is drawn. Now this isn't a normal kick out because Lucy from Arcadia was actually on the back of Hoover's number 3 when they were inside the 2. And if a normal ejection such as that were to be called outside the 2, it would just be a man down. But since it was inside the 2 or the red, it required for Hoover to have a free goal.
Have you ever had to shoot a 5 meter? Oh. And Hoover makes it in?
Score is now 5-1. Arcadia 5, Hoover 1 with 3 minutes and 22 seconds left.
And Arcadia's going for another squad change. One of the advantages that Arcadia has is a much larger team than Hoover. Hoover's players have to stay in for the duration of the game, but Arcadia is able to swap in and out.
Sharon's looking for a pass while goalie Natalie Wasall attempts to help out her teammate. Loreni Valdez steps out to the ball, drawing a foul. As she looks for her teammate, she picks up the ball and passes it to Colleen Cook, who scores a goal. Score is now Arcadia 6, Hoover 1, with 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game, or in the second quarter.
Rearranging in the midline.
Number 13 for Hoover swims up. Ooh, Loreni Valdez swings at the ball. And the ball is stolen by Colleen Cook, who takes it.
She's going for the drive in.
She's swimming down the pool with the obvious speed advantage on her player. She's about to shoot. Gets up. Takes a shot. Scores. Scores now 7-1. Arcadia. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left.
That shot ricocheted off bar.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Doing a bar and type shot is not always easy.
Shot clock's winding down.
With 7 seconds left, Hoover tries to make some attempt, but Arcadia's defense seems to shut
Tries
them
to
down.
make a pass at this point at this time. They should have just gone for the goal attempt.
Sarah Veerman is up on the counter. She's preparing to take a shot. Ooh. Sarah Veerman scores the goal. With the score now being Arcadia 8 and Hoover 1 with 1 minute and 58 seconds left. You know, Simone, as we discussed earlier, it seems like counters seems to be a big part of this game.
Yeah, well, you've definitely got that speed advantage. Use it, especially when you know that the other team can't take breaks.
Yeah. I believe 7 of Arcadia's goals have come off of counters.
I think so. Lorny Valdez putting pressure on number 8.
Number 8 draws the foul. Lorny Valdez jets up and attempt the shot block. Number 5 draws the foul. Colleen Cook having one arm up. Ooh, a shot was taken by number 8. That was a lob from around the 7-meter line. That was a hard shot for Natalie Wasal to block.
And I think number 8 on Hoover's team is a lefty.
Yeah, she is a lefty.
So taking into account which hand is the player's dominant hand is really important when you're trying to defend them, because if you're blocking a lefty on their right side, then that does nothing to them because
Useless.
their dominant hand is completely open. Pass goes to Loreni.
Ronnie Valdez is moving, trying to create an opportunity for her team. But Colleen Cook loses the ball. The ball is now recovered by Colleen Cook. With 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left.
Sarah Bierman
Sarah
goes for the
Bierman.
shot attempt, but it falls just a little bit short.
Hoover is up. Hoover tries to take advantage by passing it to number 6, who had the lead.
One thing I've noticed in this game is that since Arcadia's swimmers are much faster, Hoover hangs back a little, and that leaves them open with Arcadia wondering, like, wait, someone here isn't being defended, but then they have an open person left. Katie
Harvey sends the ball
Nagolian,
down. With Sam Bierman open on the opposite side.
passes it to
Loreni scores the ball, taking a skip shot toward the right corner of the goal. The score is now Arcadia 9 and Hoover 2, with 28 seconds left in the second quarter.
.24 seconds left in the quarter.
20 seconds, it seems like Hoover is going to try and give themselves one last chance to score before the half. Try and create some momentum for their team. Number 5, who has just drawn a ball, has no choice but to pass it. She passed it to number 3 with 2 seconds left. It seems like this is where the game's going to end. Now,
So at halftime, players switch sides. And we're lucky enough that the position of the sun at this facility doesn't directly shine in any of the goalies' eyes.
yeah, that seems to be a big advantage for the other teams.
I remember, I think it was Hoover's pool. At one end, the sun shines directly
Directly
into
onto
the
the goal.
goalie's eyes,
Yeah.
especially around sunset like it is right now. So thank you, whoever planned this pool, for taking that into consideration.
It seems as if, like, as the game has gone on, like the tempo of both teams has actually increased. What do you think that's a result of?
I think because Arcadia is becoming more and more sure of themselves. I mean, when you've got a lead this far ahead, and then also they know that they're faster than the other team, so they're going to use every advantage they can. And if tiring out the other team by swimming faster does it, so be it.
What a coincidence that you have
It's me, Albert.
What a coincidence.
I said, what are you still doing here? You're not going to take Albert's food.
My bun's like really on top. Your bun is always so high, so whenever you put
Arcadia
your
has a
cap on,
pretty big league now. Arcadia has a pretty big lead now, excuse me, and that could be a lot of fun for them because I think when you have that big of a lead, you can just kind of relax and enjoy the game for what it is.
I wouldn't say relax, but I feel like they could use it as more of a learning experience for CIF or for league prelims. But I think what Coach Jay is going to try and do is have the girls set up or run their 3-3 so that way they can move the ball a little bit more.
One thing I have noticed, there hasn't been much in the way of actual plays on Arcadia's side or many drives made when the game stagnates, but I guess maybe that's because Hoover's defense hasn't been able to keep up.
Yeah, that is definitely a problem. I feel like since Arcadia is comfortable with countering Hoover, they haven't really needed to work their offense.
But that kind of ball control and knowing how to create the movement that you need in other team games when they might be more evenly matched become handy. So hopefully they use this game as a chance to try out whatever they want to try.
Yeah, definitely. You can see how they try and change their game up.
How about that skip shot from Loreni, though?
It was a pretty nice shot, especially seeing how close she was to the goal. It's much more difficult to try and take a shot like that. But Loreni Valdez is definitely all smiles right now.
Takes a lot of arm strength to actually pull off a skip shot like that, especially if you're not completely out of the water. But Loreni is a thrower in track, so I'm sure she's got plenty in that department.
She knows how to use her entire body to take a single shot, which is probably the reason why she has so much power in her.
What's also nice is that today is much warmer than it's been. I remember on the cold night, especially if you're in the and you're after, it tends to be a lot, and then you don't want leg cramps aren't.
And they're horrible.
Girls are going through their cheer. They're setting up again for the start of the third quarter. Looks like Sarah Veerman is sprinting for Arcadia for this quarter.
Hoover's already lined up. Seems that Loreni Valdez is back in goal. The Arcadia girls seem to be pumping up their fans, yelling back at the crowd, especially Rachel Fuller. And the third quarter is off. Sarah Veerman winning the sprint. She hands it back to Haley Harvey.
He passes it to Sharon Lynn.
Sarah Veerman currently has an advantage at the opposite end of the pool.
But Sharon made a short pass to Natalie, who was closer. And now Sarah's moving back and forth, trying to open up some space so that she can get the pass. Natalie goes for the long.
Oh, hits the crossbar.
And goes in. Does it? No. Okay. So that's a turnover, and Hoover is now trying to counter against Arcadia.
Number 6, stiff arms. Haley Harvey. Ooh, Natalie Wasall hits the arm of number 4. She's swinging the ball down, attempting to gain an advantage.
Pass to Sarah Bierman. One of the things I love about watching Sarah swim is she just looks like she's gliding effortlessly.
Yeah. She doesn't have to move her arms very fast. She just has a really smooth stroke, which is rare to see in water polo.
It's because Sarah's been swimming in clubs since elementary school, so she has a very efficient form. Sarah Bierman's having to guard 2 players at once.
I think the current problem that Hoover's having right now is that they're really clogging up the center, which isn't really allowing them to take a shot from the outside or create opportunity. Let's see. Number 5 takes a shot and throws over the goal. Randy Valdez is attempting to make a pass. Looking for Colleen Cook, who takes a shot and scores. That is Colleen's 5th goal. And the score is now Arcadia 10 and Hoover 2 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Seems to be having problems adapting to such a large pool, especially when the pool that they currently play in is designed for like leagues or weeks, so it's much thinner.
Yeah, that's one thing to note. Arcadia's pool for water polo is much closer to Olympic size.
It's close to Olympic size.
It's close to Olympic size. Some other pools are much shorter. I remember our old pool used to be much shorter than this, so swimming back and forth in a pool this wide can get tiring very quickly. That might be why Arcadia has better endurance and is able to swim faster than Hoover. I guess that's
Sarah Bierman's going to run a switch, try and cover the countering player. Number 4 takes the ball and draws the foul. She's outside the 5, so she can officially take a shot. But she takes too long for the shot, which is why the ref has now called back to Arcadia. Marty Valdez makes a perfect pass to Natalie Wasall. Natalie attempts to move in.
Passes it.
Rachel Fuller, who lost her cap. And Colleen Cook, who they call Cookie, now makes a pass to Sarah Bierman at the opposite end of the pool.
Sharon's wide open.
With 5 seconds
goes
left.
for the shot attempt, but it goes just a little bit over.
Hoover's team seems a bit tired as a few other players seem to be staying back. Shot taken by number 8 on Hoover.
They're calling a pause so that Rachel can put her cap back on. The referees need you to have your number on so that in case someone gets ejected, they'll be able to signal to that player that they need to get out and go back to their corner.
As well as for safety, because if you look at the caps, they have like these little cups on there, and those are designed to protect your ears as well as your temples. And if you don't have that on and the ball hits you there, it could actually cause quite a bit of damage. So the refs are just trying to look out for the players.
Also, people can try to pull on your ears or your hair. When you've got that ponytail flowing around, they'll go for it.
Yeah,
Water polo is pretty brutal. That's the reason why the suits are so tight, because players often will try to grab onto each other's suits to gain an advantage. Oh, okay. So Rachel's putting her cap back on.
So yeah, as we were saying before, it just seems as if like Hoover seems a little bit tired, and because of that, they either seem to be sitting back or they're just clogging up the center of the pool, which is the reason why they're not able to find as many opportunities as they would like. So the ref has now cued the game. Lorraine Valdez makes a pass to Sarah.
Sarah's driving
Take a
in,
shot.
and you can
And
see
she makes a very close goal. So the score is now 11-2 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter.
Katie is going for another substitution.
And squads have changed.
You can really see in Arcadia's offense that they know if someone's driving in to clear out the center so that they don't get in each other's way.
These breaks that Coach Jay is allowing for Arcadia seem to be really beneficial for the girls. As every single time they go in, they seem to want to like do their best.
Yeah, they really look like they're enjoying the game.
Number 5 from Hoover draws the foul. With Arcadia playing good defense. Number 8 draws the foul at the 5. Take too long. She has to make a pass.
Shot clock's winding down. Number 5 goes for the shot
Five
attempt,
takes
but
a
it's
shot.
blocked.
Chloe O'Connor seems to be trying to swim while number 3 is on her back. The pass is made to Katie to go in. He draws a kick out. So now Arcadia is up. There seems to be confusion between the refs. They have called a 5-meter. Katie Nagolian is getting ready to take the shot.
Hoover's already on its way down to Arcadia's side in case.
Katie slides the ball into the right bottom corner of the goal. Score is now 12-2 with 2 minutes 24 seconds left in the game. Number 8 does a backhanded pass to number 5 and tries to attempt to drive. Number 19, Chloe O'Connor is ejected. The reason being that she hit the back of the head of number 8. Number 13 attempts to make a shot from the 7-meter, but is blocked by Lorraine Valdez.
Arcadia goes back to counter. Katie Nagolian's ahead. But Lorraine can get a pass to her. That's good. There's a lot of space for Celine Zuber on the right
Lauren
side.
Sargent loses the ball. It is now Arcadia's ball. The tempo of the game seems to be slowing down at this point. Katie Nagolian has the opportunity for a shot, and she takes it. Hits the crossbar. Lauren Sargent attempts to put the ball under, and the goalie is given the foul. If Lauren Sargent would have put the ball under, then she would have been able to shoot a 5-meter. Number 5 draws a foul for Hoover.
Lucy slides back,
Number 5 is looking for the ball again, but the ball is stolen.
and a nice block from Lucy Zhang.
Lauren Sargent is open on the far left end of the booth. And the pass is made to Polo O'Connor. Chloe O'Connor is ejected for the second time.
The third ejection.
Third ejection. When a player receives 3 ejections, that means it is a major, which means that they are not allowed to re-enter the game. But luckily for Arcadia, Katie Nagolian takes the ball. And
And
that
the
is the
third
end of the third
quarter.
quarter.
Major aside, this has been a pretty clean game so far.
Yeah, it really has been. It's kind of interesting though how like the tempo has like it goes up and then it just seems to slow back down as the game continues.
Arcadia has the tempo good, so I think they think that they can afford to slow down a bit.
Yeah. But with the substitutions, it seems to give Arcadia the chance to take a break. As for Hoover, it seems like they
Perks of having a big team. Lorraine's trading in her goalie cap for her field cap, so I think she's going to be playing on the field this quarter. Fourth quarter's starting up soon.
So what can we expect for the fourth quarter?
I think, well, I hope Arcadia will take advantage of the fact that they're up by so many points to try out some new plays.
Yeah, and to try and learn so that way for future games they can like try and I guess use what they're going to learn from this game.
One thing I have noticed, though, is this game I haven't seen any dry passes from Arcadia. Dry passes being when the players pass from hand to hand rather than hitting the wall.
Yeah, so they can move the ball around a little bit quicker. So the sprint is now off.
Lauren Sargent sprinting for Arcadia.
She won the sprint with ease, passing it back to Alyssa Boseroy.
Lucy's wide open. Celine's open. Oh, not anymore. Her hands been blocked.
Lucy, who's Arcadia's point, is attempting to try and move the ball forward as she draws a foul. But I don't think she heard the whistle as her head was underwater. So let's see what she tries to do. If she takes the shot, it's going to be an automatic turnover. But they kicked out number, is that 13? 3 of Hoover. Oh.
So what do you do when you're a man up?
When you're man up, you just want to try and set up a 4-2, which means that you would have 4 people on the bottom and 2 on top.
Another shot from Colleen Cook.
It looks like that didn't need to happen because Colleen Cook scored another goal. So the score is now Arcadia 12 and Hoover 2.
Oh, 13-2.
Number 3 for Hoover starts off with the ball.
Katie Nagolian putting pressure on number 3. You might notice her raising both of her hands. That's to prove that if number 3 goes underwater, she isn't the one pushing her down.
Yes. It's kind of interesting. Is a lot of the girls seem to be using their especially when they're on offense, they tend to use their opposite hand to try and protect themselves from the ball. And usually that would be called as an offensive.
Lucy calls for the ball. Katie's fighting for that front position at set.
So she was driving for a shot. She has an advantage. She lets go of the ball to attempt to get some type of call from the ref. And she gets a foul. Passing it to number 2, Lauren Sargent, who picks up the ball.
Goes for the shot.
And the goalie for Hoover takes it.
Some of the Arcadia girls have already started to swim back on defense, but the problem is Hoover's lagging behind, so they're defending no one. They're ahead of who they're supposed to be defending.
That's always a good thing when you can outswim your opponent.
Yeah. But I guess in some cases, being slow has its advantage.
So Hoover takes a shot from half court.
Natalie's searching for an open player. Lucy hangs back. She's wide open.
It seems that Hoover seems a little bit hesitant to swim back to offense because they know that because of Arcadia's speed advantage, they tend to get countered. But
So they're trying to play more defensively.
I guess they're trying to force Arcadia to work the 3-3.
The 3-3?
The 3-3 is when the offense sets up, meaning that you would have 3 people toward the top of the pool and 3 people toward the bottom being near the goal. So Hoover now has a man up.
Number 9 has been ejected. That's her first ejection for the game. Lucy slides back and forth, trying to cover both players at the bottom.
And though Hoover is man up, they're running a 3-3 as well.
Bounces off the top bar.
There seems to be a bit of confusion. Hoover girls and Arcadia girls are both trying to steal the ball at the same time. Natalie Wissall is about to make a pass. Pass it to Katie Nugolian. She has 2 people open toward the center.
Lucy and Lauren were both going for a drive in towards the center, but Lauren cleared out and went to the side. Pass goes to Lauren Sargent. There's 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
So Lauren has 2 options here. Either she can try and create an opportunity or dump the ball, meaning that she just throws it out of bounds.
Shot clock expires. It's Hoover's ball. They're attempting a counter.
Hoover has the first advantage of the game. And a kick out is drawn. Alyssa, number 5 for Arcadia, is ejected. Though Hoover has an advantage, a couple of their players seem to be staying back. But as a result of an offensive from the Hoover girl who threw an elbow, they turn the ball over. But Alyssa Boseroy, who came out too soon, was sent back to the corner, which is why Hoover now receives the ball again. So number 5 for Arcadia High School is now re-ejected. Number 3 for Hoover takes a shot. It gets blocked by Natalie Wissall. Now, if you look at the refs, they had 2 fingers up, meaning that one of the players had someone in the 2 while one of their teammates was outside. Celine Chu attempts to make a pass to number 9, Katie Nagolian.
Katie goes for the shot.
Takes a shot and scores. The score is now Arcadia 13 and Hoover 2, with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Katie's going for another swap.
What happened? I thought it was supposed to be like a 5 meter or something.
2 minutes and 56 seconds left. It's going to be hard to make up that kind of... It's 200... No, there's 2 minutes and 50, I promise I know number. There's 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game, and Arcadia's up by 11 points. It's highly, highly unlikely that Hoover's going to catch up anytime soon.
Lorenie Valdez steals the ball from number 13.
It's Hoover's ball.
Number 7 for Arcadia commits an offensive by shoving the player. And it's Arcadia's ball once again. Natalie Masal passes the ball over to Sarah Bierman, who is up on the counter. She calls the foul.
Sharon Lynn going for a drive. But Sarah passes to number 16.
Cook is open on the near side. Colleen Cook draws a foul. Passes the ball to number 18, Rachel Fuller, who takes a shot and is wide. Lorena Valdez is putting pressure on number 5 for Hoover. With all of her teammates covered, it seems like she has no choice but to draw the foul. She's outside the 5, she takes a shot.
Flies over the goal. At this point, Arcadia's main strategy should be to just stall, but they're still going for the active counters. They're still playing actively, which means they've got enough energy to.
Rachel Fuller attempts to do a catch and shoot, but her shot was rejected by her opponent.
The Arcadia girls have gotten ahead on defense, but they've left some of the Hoover girls open. Number 4 draws the foul. Sarah Veerman shifts so that she's defending number 8, and Colleen Cook easily intercepts that pass.
Ronnie Valdez is up on a counter. She's swimming the ball in with Sarah Veerman on the opposite end. It looks like Loreni's going to try and take the shot, but is rejected.
Arcadia's now. What's happening?
I believe a timeout was called by Hoover's coach.
So, what do you do with 53 seconds left in the game?
I mean, for Hoover, you just want to try and keep on scoring. You want to keep the score as close as possible. As for Arcadia, I still think that they need to work the ball a little bit more, but they seem to be going with the same strategy, which is to try and counter their opponent. And of course, with squads, they're basically outswimming Hoover in every way, on defense and on offense.
And then, of course, there's that home court advantage, especially when the other teams aren't used to a pool as wide as Arcadia. Props to the Hoover girls, though, for not being able to have any substitutes.
Yeah, definitely. They're doing their best out there.
And it's tough to Iron Man a game.
Yeah, that is true.
Arcadia is one player down.
Number 7 for Arcadia is ejected. Now, if you look at Arcadia girls' defensive setup, there are 3 girls on the bottom and 2 on top. Now, if Hoover runs the 4-2 properly, they should have 4 girls on the bottom.
They did.
And they do. So what they're going to try and do is try and pass the ball along the perimeter. As you can see, 4 is wide open, and Rachel Fuller attempts to rush number 4. Now, with one girl being down, she wants to try and rush back. So they make pass intercepted by Colleen Cook.
40 seconds left in the game.
Number 7 for Arcadia is now back in the game.
Oh, that's a nice pass dropped right in front of Sarah Veerman. She drives in, she passes to Sharon Lynn. Sharon goes for the shot attempt, and she makes it.
And the score is now 14 Arcadia and 2 for Hoover. With 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Arcadia is not letting up.
The clock's winding down.
Hoover's attempting to find some rhythm here. As they run screen in the center of the pool. Number 5, their primary shooter, is attempting to make something happen. But the ball is placed underwater by Sharon, giving Arcadia the ball.
So the thing about pushing the ball underwater is if you make it look like the player did it, that's a turnover, and that's your advantage. The game is over. Final score 14-2. Arcadia wins, and with this victory, they will be seeded second in league prelims next Thursday.
The Arcadia girls seem excited to do their cheer. Seem to be discussing the game. As they follow the tradition of shaking hands after the game. As the varsity girls shake hands, the JV girls are getting ready to start the game. It was definitely a well-played game on both sides of the ball.
Thanks for being with us. This has been a great time. I'm Simone Chu.
And I'm Matthew Garcia.